Hello, welcome to the stream. Waiting for the moment of silence. We'll start after a minute shows on the clock. Upon all sides, the deep and loathsome valley trembled so that I thought the universe was thrilled with love, by which there are those who think the world oft-times converted into chaos. And at that moment, this primeval crag, both here and elsewhere, made such overthrow. But fix thine eyes below, for draweth near the river of blood, within which boiling is whoever by violence doth injure others. And so I begin the seventh circle of couch. I like the riff sounds. It sounds like it would be an important one, and it is actually. Today we find ourselves in heaven. This is Act 4 of Diablo 3. Diablo manifested through Leah and opened a portal to heaven and vowed to destroy it. I mean, this is like some of the most epic stuff I've ever heard of. So we spawn here. We haven't walked up into heaven yet, but we saw in the cutscene that it was crumbling. And, you know, we're here to try to salvage what we can of it. Try to rescue it from evil.
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
You didn't destroy those gates.
Yet I defended humanity when Imperius would have destroyed it. And now the primeval storms heaven itself.
This is not the time for doubt and weakness, Tyrael. Imperius is a fool, and if you side with him against me, you are too.
Awesome.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
I really like the I don't know, forthwith nature of my character, the Crusader.
We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. Prime evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her.
Hello, Mrs. Elfman. Thanks for joining the stream. And just letting Tyrael get his talking points out of the way.
I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
Adria made fools of all of us. No one could have known she'd sacrifice her own child to resurrect Diablo.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
As do I. Leah deserved better than this. But right now, we must stop Diablo.
Alright, enter the vestibule of light.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskato, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
I thought he said to destroy me, not run me now. There we go. Where'd you go? He ran away again, didn't he? Is he around anywhere? Ah, there he is. Alright, check my corners. Don't see any chests or anything, so we'll move on. So what's cool about this is first time I played through this game, I did not see this coming. I never thought that we would get to play a Diablo game in heaven. I think that's really cool. I think that was a bold move on Blizzard's part. I think that's really cool. It's easy to make a game where you're fighting demons in hell. I've seen it a million times. But to do that same thing in heaven, that's awesome, and that's a bold stroke, and I applaud that. It's an awesome move, and I totally didn't see it coming.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
I care little for destiny. Will you help me, or should we stand here and watch the heavens fall apart?
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Auriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Raganoth, the Lord of Despair.
She will be free. Perhaps that will bring hope back to these heavens.
Find the Library of Fate in the Gardens of Hope. Alright. I never got a chance to, or maybe I did. I'm carrying a lot of, I don't know what I picked up from that Iskatu guy. I think I'm still carrying around the stuff that I got from Asmodan yesterday. I haven't really gone through everything yet, so when we get to like a like a hub where I can like green up my character and stuff,
Suffering is over.
I will I'll go through my inventory. I forgot a lot about the layout of heaven, because I haven't played this yet since I got it on PS4, so I don't know how long until we get to like the hub of the act. That's a cool looking tree. It reminds me of a part in World of Warcraft. There's like a whole forest with trees like that. Very cool. Oh, I do remember this. There are these parts that are blocked off. They do open eventually. You are able to get past these blockages eventually. Alright. Find the Library of Fate.
That creature must die.
Gilgamesh. I want to start singing the Mesopotamians from They Might Be Giants,
Blocks my path.
but I'm sure I'd get some of the lyrics wrong because that's a hard one to get right. We're the Mesopotamians, Sargon, something, 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 and Gilgamesh. So there's my singing of the night for the stream. I believe I've sang on every Diablo stream so far, which is totally weird. Sargon, Azerbaijan, was that one?
Not enough rat.
Sargon, something, 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 and Gilgamesh. Now, Azerbaijan is a country. I've never been good at geography. Alright. This little outcropping here kind of looks like a bat symbol, kind of. Like a Batman symbol.
Is comprised of the 5 archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation: valor, justice, hope, faith, and wisdom.
The Library of Fate. Sargon, Hammurabi. Sargon, Hammurabi. Someone else, and Gilgamesh. I can't remember the third one.
change of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
This guy kind of has a Silent Hill thing going on. I dig your look, dude. Whoa.
I require more wrath.
Ashurbanipal. Thanks for finding that for me, because that would have bothered me. I confess I was thinking about it like the whole time I was fighting that boss. Sargon, Hammurabi, Ashurbanipal, and Gilgamesh.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
I will be worthy of it.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
Diablo brought despair to the halls of heaven, but hope is restored. I thought this would bring Tyrael back to us, but there is no sign of him. I must press on and destroy Diablo's infernal portals alone.
It's not like Ashurbanipal is a easy name to remember. Alright. Return to Gardens of Hope, first tier. Okay. Alright. So now one of those blocked paths. Yeah, okay. I don't think we can destroy all of the corrupt growths right now, but we can destroy that one. Get back here. Before we, oh, hold on. Got this guy. Before we move too far forward, I want to go look and see if we're still blocked off on this side too. Well, this one can be destroyed too. I mean, I know they go to the same place, but sometimes can be destroyed, and which ones can't. But is there another one over here? That one can be destroyed too. I don't think we have full access to this area yet. Here, let's run back here and see what I unlocked. I leveled up, so got a new passive here. Hold your ground. You can no longer dodge, but your block chance is increased by 15%. And we unlocked a rune for justice. Don't care. Unlocked a... Get that shield out of the way. Unlocked a rune for provoke. I don't care. Unlocked a rune for the laws of hope. Let's see what we got here. Empowering the law also grants a chance to cause nearby enemies to drop health globes. That would replace increased movement speed for you and your allies, and allows everyone affected to run through enemies unimpeded. This is better. Basically just spawns more health globes, which sounds pretty good to me. Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Okay. That was a pretty decent unlock there.
There is Tyrion, fallen, broken. He knows the truth now. I will be victorious.
Not enough wrath. I require more wrath.
Find and destroy the corrupt growths to reveal the hidden Hell Rift portal in the Gardens of Hope first tier. Is that what this is? I think it is.
You must close the Hell Rift before you may proceed.
Or maybe not. By the way, I wasn't going after Oriel with that attack, just that I was trying to destroy the lesions around her. There we go.
Now they seethe with the corruption of hell.
Destroy the Rift Oculus. That sounds rather familiar, doesn't it? Destroy the Rift Oculus in the Hell Rift. All right. Pardon me while I look around a bit. I'm not sure where the Act Hub is. I wonder what would happen. Oh. I wonder what would happen if I tried to use the town portal right now. Maybe I'll try that out. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try town portal and see what happens.
I'm returning to town.
Not sure where this is gonna take me. Oh, it takes me back to Bastion's Keep. Oh, that kind of works, I guess. Alright. Let's sell some of this stuff. And then we'll go back to heaven and kill some more demons. If you're just joining the stream, thank you for joining the stream. Playing Act 4, Diablo 3 right now, as part of my 9 Circles of Couch event. Check below for details, scheduling and all that. And we're making quick work of this inventory. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, spend too much time comparing items against each other. But I will take this Courier Rage and sell the Journeyman Nexus. Sell that as well and repair my items, and we'll teleport back into heaven here. Got some demons to kill. Some janky movement. Okay. Yeah, let's go into the Oculus Rift. I mean the Rift Oculus. And, kill some more demons. Those things are pretty cool looking.
I require more wrath.
Alright. This map so far vaguely looks like a weird electric guitar. I can totally, or acoustic rather, a weird like acoustic guitar combined with an electric guitar. I see it. I'm not crazy.
Chaff before the wind.
Mysterious. The Archangel of Valor is the greatest warrior in all of creation. He revels in the war.
If you destroy the Oculus,
Hammer smash.
it will consume you.
Oh, that's some crazy looking stuff, man.
Well done, Nephilim. Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
Alright.
That is not the only stop.
Enter the Gardens of Hope, second tier. Alright, that's definitely the place, the portal I have to go through next. But I don't know if I'm going to be coming back here, so... I want to, make sure that I, benefit from having explored this area fully before I commit to the next area in case I don't come back here. I think I come back here. I'm pretty sure that I do. But I'm not certain. Okay. So yeah, this, maybe I don't come back here, because this is over now, isn't it? I've explored everything and there's no more rifts here, so... Yeah, actually, I might not be coming back to this place. Unless there's like an NPC here that I need to talk to later or something like that. I already walked through here. I don't know why these demons are still spawning. I've walked through that place like 5 times. Why are they still spawning? Alright, enter the Gardens of Hope, second tier. It's kind of weird that Bastion's Keep acts as the hub for Act 4. That's never been the case in Diablo before. I mean, Diablo 1 was just, Tristram. You never moved to a new place, but Diablo 2, every act had its own hub. And I didn't remember that being the case before. I seem to remember Heaven having its own hub, but I guess I'm wrong.
This will be a good battle. I require more wrath.
Some toughums here, man. Find and destroy the corrupt growths to reveal the hidden Hell Rift portal in the Gardens of Hope second tier. Okay.
Knowledge of the future grants power over the present. For this reason, Ethereal, the Archangel of Fate, is a vital member of the Council. He alone possesses the ability to decipher the threads of destiny woven in the celestial scroll of fate. His boundless sight grants him perspective others cannot fully comprehend.
Oh, got frozen for a second. Or like dizzied or something.
Not enough wrath.
Alright, still looking for the rift. It'll be inside of one of those corrupt growths. And that last rift was pretty small, so they apparently don't take long to play through. Lasers. Trying to stay out of the lasers, but okay. What's this? The Sacellum of Virtue. I don't think I'm meant to go there yet. I'm sure that I can. I wonder if this might be one of these one of these elective areas. Let's check it out. This place is small. Oh, no, it's not. It goes up more. Okay. See, it's hard to tell in heaven if this is like a new zone or if this is like an elective area. Or whatever it is, I want to play it, so I think this is probably an elective area. Like, you know, just like a dungeon that you might find in one of the other acts. It's just different for this act because this act is heaven. So everything needs to like fit that same theme, you know? This place might be smaller after all. Yeah, that's all there was to this place. Looted a resplendent chest, though, so that's cool. It was worth coming down. I almost turned back from this place because I thought it might be like the next zone. So I was prepared to ignore it for now, but I'm glad I went down there and checked it out. There's no telling really where the next rift is going to be. That looks like a pretty good spot up there. But this is one of the things in Diablo 3 that I think is truly random. Like it could be right next to the spawn point in the. This looks like a... No, that wasn't it either. You never know where it's going to be. This is one of the things... One of the few things in Diablo 3 that is truly random and not, like, governed by programming. It could be in any one of these. Could be right next to the starter on the total other side of the map. Whoa. Okay.
That creature must die.
Oh, that one. I was like, what are you talking about, guy? I'm not really approaching this zone methodically like I have been with other zones. Right now, I'm honestly just looking for the rift, and then I'll flesh out the rest of this zone when I'm done dealing with the rift. That's the plan. Get back here.
Not enough RAM.
Ah, cool. I got plus 25 XP right before I find a purple mob. Come on. There keeps being more of them. That's like my catchphrase with this game, apparently. Oh, was that a... Yeah. Saw some light shining down there. I thought it might have been a chest at first. Alright, so that's a dead end. Alright, we'll head south. And this is nothing down here. Another dead end. Okay, let's see. Go up and to the left a bit. Heaven in Diablo 3 reminds me of Peter Jackson's Lothlorien. It's very similar in appearance, in my opinion. I mean, there's huge differences as well. You know, I'm not saying it's a carbon copy or anything, but it definitely has a similar vibe to it. I feel good about... Nope, that wasn't it either. I was just going to say, I feel good about that that growth there housing the rift. But I was wrong on that one too. Okay, I feel like this is another elective dungeon. So far, everything elective, as well as all the non-elective rifts, have been very short, very small in Heaven. Very quick to play through these things. You know, I say that, and I'm sure this will be the dungeon that lasts like an hour. You know, I say that now, like, yeah, everything's so quick up here. This will be the one that lasts an hour. Just because I said that.
I require more wrath.
These, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but these shadow monsters crawling around on the ground remind me of something from Game of Thrones. Those things there. I don't want to spoil what it is I'm talking about. But they definitely remind me of something from Game of Thrones. Yeah, this was a short dungeon too. Alright. Well, let's get out of here and keep looking for that rift. Whoa, those guys just popped up out of nowhere. Stunned me. Alright, well, let's see, there's some unexplored area to the left still. And what's this here? Still not it, man. Yeah, this is gonna be one of these ones that's closer to the spawn in point here. It works though, man. You know, I mean, the longer it takes to find, the less cartography I have to do when I'm done. Because you know me, man. I like to explore the entirety of the map. The longer it takes to find, the less exploring I have to do later. Gardening. There it is.
To victory, Nephilim. You are too late, just as you always have been.
Alright, yeah, we'll knock this out real quick. Pretty sure these hell rifts are always pretty quick.
My wrath is low.
I'll look at my map and see. Yeah, the waypoint isn't too far, so This one will be quick too. This part makes me think of Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4. And when I say Oblivion, I actually mean the realm of Oblivion.
That the power of hope flows into the fabric of creation. Her eternal light illuminates even the darkest souls. With Malthael's discomfort, it wants to honor who hold the angelic council together. Should their light ever fail, all heaven would fall to despair.
I didn't really get much of what that dude was saying.
To destroy the rift Oculus. My fiends.
Those big four-legged dudes remind me of something from like Silent Hill combined with something from Phantasy Star Online. I think I've seen similar things in both games. Alright, what am I doing here? Destroy the Rift Oculus in the Hell Rift.
The Hell Rifts are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
The Silver Spire.
Suffering is over, Angel.
The hell rifts are closed, but it is of no matter. Soon there will be nothing left of these high heavens. All creation will be the realm of terror.
I dig the angel's wings. I think the wings are really cool. Like made out of heavenly light. I think that's a pretty cool idea. You know, Tyrael had that in Diablo 2, and I remember thinking it was pretty cool back then too. So I can see that my waypoint is off to the right, but I'm not sure I'll be coming back to this particular zone. So I want to fully explore it first. And as I said before, since it took me so long to find that particular Hell Rift, there's not much exploring left to do. In fact, I think this will probably just be it out here. There's a chest over there. This will probably be it, just down here on this little peninsula here. Yep, that's it. Alright, now we will go ahead on to the waypoints. Find the portal to the Crystal Colonnade. Yeah, I was gonna say surely I go up here. Just want to make sure. There are a lot of dead ends in these zones.
Tyrael.
Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory.
But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to Spire.
I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
Let's check down here for chests and whatnot. Nothing. Find Imperius.
Your kind does not belong here. If I see you again, you will die.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight, Nephilim. Your power is even greater than Tyrael foresaw.
One can only hope. But now, we must stop Diablo before he reaches the crystal arch above us.
Man, Tyrael is the fallen angel, and Imperius just like gets to sit on his throne in heaven like a douchebag. Gateway to the Silver Spire.
Diablo means to corrupt the crystal arch atop the Silver Spire. If he succeeds, the high heavens will be lost forever. Tyrael and I go to face the Lord of Terror himself.
It's pretty epic, man.
Look at the destruction, Diablo.
How does it feel, knowing you helped me become the prime evil? For all your mighty deeds, all you really accomplished was unleashing me upon the world. Some savior you are, Nephilim.
Not yet.
All right. Now, this is the part of heaven I remember the most.
Diablo is climbing the spire to the crystal arch. We must hurry.
Hello, Magda.
I lived only to serve my master Belial, but you killed him and unleashed the prime evil on the world.
battle. Patience.
It must be like really cool for the Crusader, like as a man, to be able to ascend to heaven itself and fight for God, given his his creed. That's very cool. Like, that's got to be really cool and fulfilling for him. Like, out of all the classes, this must be the most fulfilling for the Crusader. I dig that, man. He's probably having a blast right now, you know what I'm saying? Fighting with Tyrael in heaven for God, like, that's awesome. He must be having a blast. This is like the fulfillment of everything he believes in. That's awesome. Way to go, Crusader. Fighting the good fight. Gotta get out of these AoEs. Man.
Not ready yet.
There's a lot of dudes out here, man. If you're just joining the stream, thank you for checking out the stream. Playing the entirety of and picking up with Act 5 tomorrow night at 8 p.m. EST. Check below for the schedule. I have everything listed out down there. Also, check below for other events, including Super Game Couch EX and Destiny Tuesdays, starting next Tuesday.
Among the angels, but he grew weary of battling the demons after a time, and he began to secretly conspire with demons in order to forge a peace. The demoness Lilith became his greatest ally in the Hells, and many other demons and angels joined his cause.
I'm happy to be fighting with Tyrael again. Like with Tyrael by my side. I dig that, man. For a fan of Diablo, that's like an awesome prospect. And I leveled up. Let's see what we got. Up there. Something for shield glare. That's it? Alright. Well, I'm not interested in shield glare. I don't even have to look at the rune because I know I'm not interested in shield glare.
After he gained a following, Inarius stole the sacred world stone and used it to create and conceal a world he called Sanctuary. Demons and angels alike fled there, and some of them, including Inarius and Leah.
Come on, don't you get away from me, you treasure goblin. Get back here. That's right, run into that corner so I can just wail on you. I wanted to run over and pick all that stuff up real quick. Alright. Man, this is the real stuff right here. So much AoE. This is times like this where it would be nice playing a ranged class. But there's like nothing I can do against this AoE.
I remember angels striding through these halls in all their majesty.
That went
We
okay.
called ourselves the masters of all creation. Our arrogance was our downfall.
Ouch. There's a bit of this bridge that I haven't seen on this side yet, and there's nothing there anyway, except for a trap that I walked right into. Alright. Oh, just popped up on my mini-map. There we go. Alright, that would be the place. And this does not wrap around. There's some stuff that I want to... There's some places that I want to go to in this zone before I move on, so I'll just go cover those places real quick. See if there's anything to kill, anything to loot, and then we'll come back and go through that portal. Well, it was worth it to come back. I mean, narratively speaking, I was able to free a couple of angels.
The corruption is so much more thorough here than it was in the gardens. So much more complete. Diablo knows the spire is the heart of the high heavens.
What's that? Nothing. From here, it looks like something I could pick up or interact with. All right. I run through this portal. The Great Span. So here I meant to cross the Great Span. That's what it says. So let's do that.
Seems we've both fallen from grace, Tyrael. Come, embrace your former lieutenant.
Ice. I'm trying not to get frozen here.
The cold hand of death reaches out for you, hero. You failed again, Tyrael. The corruption cannot be stopped.
Patience.
Sap the light from your bones.
I can't avoid these area of effect freeze locations. Climb to the pinnacle of heaven in the Silver Spire.
I often came to this great span to meditate on things as I looked out over the Silver City. The view used to calm me. Now I find it does the opposite.
Yeah, I bet, Tyrael. I'm sure it does the opposite. I feel like this is like a perfect ambush spot. Nope. Alright. I would have ambushed somebody there.
It is not far now. I only hope we are not too late.
You think yourself a hero, but your actions are driven by petty greed, contempt, and bloodlust. You couldn't even save me.
My actions are driven by greed. I don't get that. Everything I've done in this game has been for other people. That's kind of the definition of questing in Diablo. What?
This cannot be opened yet.
Oh. Okay.
Enjoyed that.
Man, they just keep coming. This almost feels like an event. I think it was an event. I didn't even realize.
Out of room.
Here we go. Out of room.
I need to go back.
Gods, we can't all be warriors. Someone needs to sell the equipment.
Let's go through these, my inventory real quick here. And get back to it. Supreme Reps. Sounds like something you'd get at Taco Bell. I'll take a Supreme Rep. And Baja Blast. Yeah, okay. So armor hasn't been so good. I mean, like, you know, like the helm and everything, but like the chest piece, I don't really feel like I have a really good chest piece yet. Still waiting on like that epic chest piece. Okay, what do I look like now? I look pretty cool. I dig the color, the green. That's pretty cool. Not really too keen on the blue jeans. Kind of throws off the whole Diablo cosplay thing to be wearing blue jeans.
The jewel of Dirges would fall into the wrong hands. That is, evil would be unleashed upon our world. But in the sight of this, in the sight of all this destruction, I can hardly look or even think upon a jewel, even one as terrible as Dirges. You must save us.
He likes to say Dirgists. Yeah. Combine some of these. And I don't think I have any open slots here. Nope. Okay. I think we're good to go back. Yeah, alright.
Time to go home yet?
I don't see any more blue asterisks. Oh, wait, there's some that just popped up. Okay. Some people got some stuff to say.
Wait. Before we face that abomination, there is something you should know. When we first met, I thought you were a fool, bound to pursue a quest you cannot finish. But you have taught me that the quest itself is more important than its outcome. You have taught me a way of life.
I'm glad, friend. The knowledge will serve you well, if we survive the next few hours.
Ha! Then let us be about it.
Yeah, let's be about it. I'm all about it.
We were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion of such power, such treachery.
Nor could Leah. It was not your fault.
When I think of what she suffered through, we must find a way to stop Diablo. The Prophet would never forgive me if he knew my part in unleashing this terror upon the world.
Do you miss your family during these times?
No point in it. I'll never see them again.
Why is that?
My brother's wife thinks I was involved with his imprisonment, and he believes her.
What?
As low as I am, I would never frame him. Not even to win her back. They won't hear a word of it. For all the gold I send to them, I receive nothing in response.
Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of the Coven with another.
Explain.
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
Adria found Diablo in Tristram, while Magda took the Coven. I have a gift for you, Lyndon.
Is that so?
Take this gold. When the demons are vanquished, we will go to Kingsport, settle your debt, and free your brother.
I can't accept this.
You must.
I don't know how to thank you.
Well, you could promise not to steal from me.
So, I'm sure that was just flavor text, but it'll be interesting to see if we actually do go to Kingsport. They talk a lot about it during the campaign, so it'll be interesting to see if that's where. I don't know, and if you know, don't tell me, because I know nothing about Act 5. I want to keep it that way. But the Crusader just straight up said, like, hey, when we get done here, we're going to go to Kingsport.
Stand on the edge of a darkness beyond
So,
measure.
it'd be interesting if that's where we actually do go next.
I found a strange document on one of the angels' bodies in the high heavens. It is very old, maybe centuries even older than I.
Perhaps we should show it to Tyrion. What does it contain?
I am not certain. The script is very old and foreign to me. When I saw the angel, he was dying. But even though he was in great pain, he reached out to me with the document in his hand, like he wanted me to take it. By the time I approached him, he was still. His spirit had already gone.
Alright, so, she's got one more thing to say? Yes.
I spoke with Ethereal, and he helped me translate the document. It was written by an angel who saw promise in humanity. He began to teach a group of young women who had killed the demons their masters summoned.
You and your sisters?
None other. A prophet I have followed for so many years. He was an angel.
That is why Tyrion seemed familiar to you.
Yes, but I do not know whether the prophet was the dying angel I met or not. Writings say that he worked in absolute secrecy. Ethereal knew nothing of them.
Then you must find a new path through the world without him.
You are right. And I hope that path will still be with you, my friend.
The way the Enchantress talks about her sect reminds me of the Bene Gesserits from Dune. like the all women sect of like magic users, like users of telepathy and whatnot. Very very Bene Gesserit Dooney. Oh, this guy has something. What is up, Hadrig?
I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
You find meaning in how your loved ones lived, not how they died.
Oh, and you're an expert on loved ones now, traveling alone your whole life. Seeking redemption for some corrupt faith? Don't lecture me, Crusader.
I've devoted my life to that redemption, Hadrig. Tread carefully.
I'm sorry for what I said before. I was upset. I don't know what it is, but I feel better. Like things can be made right.
I see your faith has returned.
Yes, that's it exactly. My wife would not have wanted me to wallow in my misery. She would have wanted me to do everything I could to help you win this battle. And you can win. I know that now.
I will not do so alone, friend.
Alright. I think we are finally ready to head back into the spire. Alright. Some of this, there was more things here before. I just came back and picked up one thing. There were like 4 or 5 things hanging out here before. That sucks. Well, if there was something like orange, like rare there, I would have made a point to pick it up before going back to town anyway, but a little bit of BS. I'm missing some loot. That's not cool.
Denorius was alarmed when he realized that the Nephilim had the potential to surpass both angels and demons in power. He wished to limit their abilities, but Lilith demanded that they become her army. Their escalating conflict led to Sanctuary's discovery by the Demon Lords and the Angelus Council.
Yeah, Lilith was always such a D-bag. She was always so rude to Frazier. Not as bad as Diane, though. You want to talk about a Lord of Terror?
Not yet. Not ready yet.
This guy moves around too much. He ain't moving around no more. Kind of trying to parse the architecture of this place, figure out the best way to proceed. Guess we'll go up here. This is... yeah, this is a dead end anyway, so... glad I checked. Otherwise, I would have got, like, to the end of this zone and been like, ah, there's a small spot over there I didn't look at yet, and came back to just to see the dead end, so I'm glad it happened in this order. What's cool about, I guess you could say, the way I'm doing this game on the stream is anyone watching it, like going back and like watching the VODs or anything, or if anyone watched every episode like live or something, the way I'm doing this game, you're seeing 100% of it. Like, you are seeing 100% of everything that becomes available to me playing it. Because I explore every nook, every cranny, I explore 100% of every zone, I check every cellar. So you are seeing 100% of it. I don't know if a lot of other streams would bring that to you. So, this is the official Diablo 3 stream for OCD people. If you want to see it all, this is the stream for you. Still fighting with Tyrael. Now, I think it's awesome to fight with Tyrael by my side, but the here's my opinion. You shouldn't have they shouldn't have put it in where you fought with Tyrael at your side in Act 3. They should have saved that for Act 4, because that's too awesome of a thing. Also, they shouldn't have made it last so long. As much as I like fighting with Tyrael by my side, it doesn't seem so special anymore. You know, when it happens for the first time, it's a very special moment. Like, for a fan of Diablo, that is a really cool moment. But now it's just like he's kind of getting in the way. You know? It's not special anymore. And that's too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy it. I still think it's awesome. And if they wanted to make a game where narratively it made sense that you were fighting with Tyrael throughout, and the whole thing was like a co-op with you and Tyrael, that would be awesome. I could totally get behind that. But that's not what this game is. I'm sure that's not what it was ever meant to be. And Act 4 feels like that's what they were going for. And it just kind of makes it less special, you know? But... It's like neither of us were hitting that thing. That was weird. It was like glitched out or something. Alright, so this whole section does like an S-curve kind of question mark shape. Okay, so yeah, we're ready to move on here. Climb to the pinnacle of heaven in the Silver Spire. Pinnacle of heaven. Sounds awesome. I see some gold.
Nephilim, I see you did not heed my warning. Or perhaps you think yourself strong enough to face me.
Perhaps I do.
Imperius, stop this madness. Diablo is the enemy here, not the Nephilim.
Tyrael, I will deal with you soon enough. I will... What is this? No! Diablo has reached the arch!
He just really wanted a Big Mac, what can I say?
No. Diablo has begun extinguishing the Crystal Arch. That's why the angels have fallen. If its light should go out forever, we must defeat Diablo before that happens.
It is up to us now. I'm glad you're immortal, my friend.
Diablo's vile corruption bars our path. Stand back. Eldruin's light shall clear the way.
Alright, man. I'm just seeing if there's any chests up here. There's a portal. Talk to Tyrael. What's my inventory looking like? 24 out of 60? Okay, we're good.
The gate has been opened, Nephilim. This last trial is yours alone.
You were a fine commander, Tyrael. I am proud to call you friend.
It was an honor, but this is the moment you were made for. This is the hour of mankind's victory.
defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of it. You shall never wake from this nightmare.
Patience.
How does it feel knowing you have failed those who depended on you? You shall never wake from this nightmare. Can you feel your death approaching? How does it feel knowing you have failed those who depended on you?
Not yet.
No! This wretched light must be eradicated! All that you have known, all that you have ever loved, shall die along with you, Nephilim.
Well, it was all worth it. Everything. The cuts, the bruises, having to break bread with that Templar. A jest. You are like family to me now. I owe you the world, my friend. But now I better shut up before I make myself sick.
And so the Lord of Terror falls. May all the souls ravaged by his evil rest in peace.
You truly are the one the prophet promised. You are everything that all the angels and all of humanity could have hoped for. And, well, you're awfully nice too.
It's finally over. Many brave souls died in this war. Thanks to us, they did not perish in vain.
That was astounding. What you did back there. You're the greatest hero in history. Everyone in Kingsport will know your name if I have my way. They'll sing it for the rest of time.
The rest of
I'll
time.
sing right now if you want me to.
Victory at last! There was never a doubt in my mind, friend. You are a true champion.
I can't believe you really did it.
Are those tears in your eyes, Lyndon?
No. It's raining.
But
it is raining.
Rain in the heavens.
Well, it does now.
I cannot believe it all came to pass, just as the prophet wished. I left everything I knew behind to fight with you. It was the best choice I have ever made.
Where's the button that lets me spit on Diablo's ruin?
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
A bold claim. Evil is resilient.
Time will tell.
Well, that was Act 4. As is the usual modus operandi for me in this situation where an act finishes, for the stream, I continue on to the next one. Now we will be moving into stuff I haven't seen yet. I don't know if there's going to be a new cutscene or not. Typically, Diablo awards you with a cutscene between acts, so I don't know if this is going to be new or not, but let's take a look.
Diablo was defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished. And you should all run. Malthael. Go! Find the Nephilim! Why? The Nephilim will stand stop. Death.
Screams draw me to the city of Westmarch, where angels slaughter helpless people in the streets. Who sent these reapers, and why? I will learn the answers. But first, I will end this massacre, and teach them to fear the Crusade.
Well, that was Act 4. Pretty awesome ending. And now, from here forward, it's all new stuff to me. And I kind of want to keep playing, but I have a schedule to maintain. I'm going to maintain that schedule. So I'm going to call that the stream for tonight. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST to see the epic conclusion, the first half of Act 5 of Diablo 3, and we'll be doing the second half on Monday, the second half of Act 5, again at 8 p.m. EST, so be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be awesome. It looks like we're really headed into some cool stuff, man, so be sure to check that out. Tomorrow and Monday, 8 p.m. EST, both days, for Act 5. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.